opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Torrey out there with Dimon. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in at small forward. Grant, as the season draws to a close, most individual player stats are becoming more solidified.
And that can affect players' mentalities, B.A., since certain numbers may bring bonuses or trade interest. Meanwhile, winning still has to be job number one.
Now here's Alexander-Walker. McCollum outside. Sinks the tray.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Here's Torrey, and then Porter with the dunk.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Picked up by Okongwu. There's McCollum with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They're defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
Pass to Porter. Claxton, a screen on Daniels. Porter from outside. Alexander-Walker grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Back to McCollum. Three shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
They set the pick. Pass to Claxton. Clock at 6. Inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, in football, they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
Outside Johnson. Daniels outside. Now Johnson. There's McCollum with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Claxton. Here's Dimon. Fires for 3. Porter's shot is off. Up top, McCollum. His last outing, he had 18 points. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Yeah, now a veteran in the league, McCollum's combo guard style of play is valuable to this team.
And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. Picked up by Okongwu. McCollum, pass to Okongwu. Brooklyn pulls it in. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
Now here's Okongwu. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
Now you have to be a little bit more cautious on the defensive end. That's his second, and there's a long way to go.
Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Pass to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
And here's Porter outside. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks lead by 9. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Traore. No points so far. Doubled by McCollum. And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
This is an area of development for Nick Claxton. The willingness and the ability to absorb and still finish. Really good job.
The Hawks have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Now Alexander Walker. And in that win against the Bucks, he was a major factor as well. And C.J. McCollum good for 3. 17 points for C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, he's got a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Williams passes to Claxton. Pass to Porter. Here's Clowney, covered by Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams from long range. Atlanta with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Atlanta shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny. So development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
And both free throws good for Daniels. Here's Traore, still without a bucket. Outside Porter. High post Claxton. Pass to Williams from outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 11. Okongwu, the pass to McCollum. Claxton against Okongwu. Picked up by Okongwu. Johnson for 3. The rebound by the Nets.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Williams with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami. It's a one-on-one situation. That shot wide open.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Nets trail by 13. Outside Porter. Can they get it? And the Nets miss again.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Pass to Johnson. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Outside Porter. Claxton up top. Here's Clowney. Fires the three, and Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Porter.
This is why perimeter defense is so critical. Everyone has a three they can drop on you.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Williams defending. Daniels against Porter. For three, McCollum. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Porter. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami. Screen by Claxton. Down low. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Back over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Allie. And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the score by Atlanta. Pass to Clowney. Here's Traore. Still no points. Soft touch off the glass.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Atlanta leading by 13. Outside, Alexander Walker. Now McCollum. There's the three. They get it again. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And really, Johnson is an elite rebounder, so you have to be aware where he is and get a body on him.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Toure. Up and over McCollum. And that one's long. Okongwu, high post. But on Claxton, Okongwu with the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. One of the stories here, C.J. McCollum. He's getting it done today.
With the way he's cooking, they have to find a way to run him off his spot more.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The fourth spot held by the Hawks.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Atlanta on D. They lead by 17. Williams looking around. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Williams has gone just 1 for 4 so far. On the wing, Vincent out covers. Outside Rizachet. 5 to shoot. Landale with a screen. From the top of the key. Rebounded by the Nets. There's a minute 54 left to play in the first. Here's Williams. No good there with a step-back J. Atlanta leading by 17. The 10th pick in 2021. Zaire Williams fits that mold everyone is looking for, Doris. The tall, rangy wing.
B.A., I think the physical potential is there. As far as this guy's efficiency and decision-making, that's a work in progress, and the only way to get there is with repetition for Zaire.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Wolf passes to Powell. Porter from outside. It's hauled in by Landale.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Kispert, the pass to Kuminga. Here's Vincent. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
shooting 2.
And that one misses. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Hawks. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mann comes in for Porter Jr. And the second free throw is good. Nets trail by 18. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Right side, Williams. Out left to the wing. Here's Wolf. Really struggled in that loss against Miami. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Here's Kuminga. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Atlanta shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And Atlanta making a change here. Kispert's checked in.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga is one of the most exciting young players in the league. He's long, explosive, and right now it's about adding to his game.
And the pass to Williams. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Up top man, defended by Kispert. Three-pointer Sharp. The shot no good. And so it's Atlanta. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, a very convincing performance so far from the Hawks.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Jonathan Kuminga. C.J. McCollum is out there with Kispert. Then it's Rizachet, and it's Landale in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now here's Rizachet. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned, Doris.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical.
And the free throw, no good.
Rizachet does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
Outside man. Pass to Wolf. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. The rebound by Atlanta.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Drills it from deep. Kuminga's got 5 now.
And comfortable anywhere on the arc, Kuminga just concerns himself with finding his moment to strike.
It's Sharp on the wing. No made baskets yet. Back Back to man. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. Powell for three. Pass to Wolf. Takes a three. They get it back. Sharp. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Powell against McCollum. Kuminga with a screen on Powell. Now here's McCollum. The D's right on him. From downtown, that one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
And McCollum excels at everything on the court. And man, he is putting on a show.
Left side man. And he lays it up and in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Kispert outside. McCollum outside. The Hawks need to get one up here. And here's Kispert from the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Brooklyn making some changes. Cloudy, he's checked in for Sharp. Michael Porter comes in for Man. Traore comes in for Powell. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. On the take to the paint, Cloudy. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Brooklyn shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Rizachet. And that one misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Landale inside. And another basket for Atlanta.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's Traore. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Outside Johnson. Pass to McCollum. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. Rebounded by Traore. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Williams. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Williams has got 8.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
Outside Johnson. Pass to McCollum. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Porter. Here's Traore. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Landale. Atlanta leading by 23. McCollum outside. Outside Kuminga from behind the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. 8 points for Jonathan Kuminga.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Outside Porter. To the inside. Here's Toure. No good off the back of the rim. The Hawks have gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Kispert. Out to Kuminga. 4-3. Knocks down the triple. And that's 11 points for Jonathan Kuminga.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And they call an illegal screen here. Here are the shooting guards with the best free throw percentage over the past month. You look at Alexander Walker, the top free throw shooter in the league, automatic from the line. And of course, Corey Kispert, he's another guy who makes his free throws count.
And two guard is a position where you'll find a number of great free throw shooters. These guys are the best of the best.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Now here's Kuminga. 11 points in the game. In attendance tonight, 2 Chainz, who grew up not too far from here.
Yeah, 2 Chainz from College Park, part owner of the College Park Skyhawks of the G League. Such an uplifting story. Very talented, also very, very smart.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Landale, and it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels. Demon, he's checked in for Brooklyn. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Toure. 9 points for him in his last game. Pass to Clowney. Now here's Porter. Here's Clowney. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Demon. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Alexander Walker. McCollum outside. Outside Johnson. From the arc. Brooklyn with the board. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie. Appreciate the update. Outside Porter. Pass to Clowney. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Dimon to snap the cold streak. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Alexander Walker. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Dimon, guarded by Okongwu. Clowney, nice dish, and the layup goes down. Clowney's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist. Back
to Alexander Walker. McCollum looking it over. No good on the three. And so Porter will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Toure. McCollum with a steal. Here's Kuminga. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Team seconds.
So for the Hawks, Risache, he's checked in for Kuminga, and Dyson Daniels subbed in for Alexander Walker. The Nets have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Pass to Porter. Here's Dimon. Claxton a screen on Daniels. And it's Dimon missing. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Outside Porter. Pass to Clowney. Here's Dimon. Just 5 on the clock. Over Daniels. And it's Dimon missing. The Hawks shooting at a very efficient 67%. Basket's good. Okongwu's got 6.
Yeah, one thing you have to respect about Johnson, he's happy to make the extra pass.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Claxton passes to Porter. Here's Dimon, covered by Daniels. And there's a pick. Here's Dimon, right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 9 rebounds now. Okongwu against Claxton. Claxton with the block.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
Pass to Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. A minute 22 left in the first half. Puts up a 3. McCollum pulls it in.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Outside Risache. Now here's Okongwu. Defense is right there. Daniels misses.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Toure. And here's Claxton. Here's Dimon to end the drought. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
McCollum's shot is off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Toure. Now here's Claxton. McCollum defends. The jump hook. And Claxton with a nice bucket inside. Claxton's got 7 points.
Come on now, that's a big-time bucket by Claxton. That was excellent defense.
McCollum outside. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. And so it's Atlanta building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second.
Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Brooklyn Nets.
Defensively, play like you care, that's all.
Well, there's also a talent gap, right? I mean, what could they do about that tonight?
I'm saying, show some backbone. This is embarrassing, Kenneth.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing, I like these kind of games, to tell you the truth.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Here's Traore kicking off the second half. Here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Dimon out there with Traore. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Traore, fires the 3, knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Porter. Banked it in off the glass. Porter's got 10 points.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And McCollum isn't afraid of contact, especially when he's being aggressive and looking to score.
The first free throw is good. And McCollum drops them both. Here's Dimon. Outside Porter. Over Daniels. Off the left rim and out.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Okongwu with it. Now Porter defending. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Takes a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Traore. And too long on the shot. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Now here's McCollum. Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. There's the triple. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Clowney. Yep, that one goes. Clowney's got 8.
Getting something that close to the cup is a win as far as possessions go.
Now here's McCollum. And he's got 28 now. Outside, Alexander Walker hits the three-pointer. He's got 9.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Here's Traore, pass to Claxton. Here's Traore. Claxton, a screen on McCollum. 11 feet out. Here's Claxton, plenty of space. The rebound by Atlanta.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
And here's Johnson. Daniels outside. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 8 rebounds in the game. There's the drive.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. McCollum's got 31.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Pass to Demon. Beyond the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's McCollum. He's got 31. Clock at 6. Outside Johnson. Fires the 3. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Daniels. On target from range. That's 7 points for Dyson Daniels.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Traore. Now here's Porter. Here's Dimon. Pulls it from 20. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Alexander Walker, the pass.
Oh, wow!
And he's now got the double-double.
And that was a dunk contest material kind of jam. Johnson just letting it all hang out.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected cam? For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 9 in the 3rd quarter. Outside Porter. Pass to Clowney to stop the run. Alexander Walker grabs the board. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the 3rd quarter. Okongwu, a screen on Claxton. McCollum against Claxton. McCollum outside. Over Claxton. McCollum's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Pass to Clowney. Here's Dimon. Porter from outside. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the 2nd half.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Outside, Alexander Walker. And here's Okongwu. Pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. 34 points for C.J. McCollum.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
And here's Porter outside. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's the 3. Daniels misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Claxton finds Porter. Now Claxton. He has 7. Pass to Porter. Takes the 3. Okongwu with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this 3rd. Porter with the steal. Here they come with numbers in transition. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a change for the Nets.
One shot.
Williams is checked in for Michael Porter.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
Now here's Vincent. And there's the lob. Inside. It's picked off. Picked his pocket. Here's Toure. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Kuminga. He's got 13. Back to Kispert. 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. The three from Rizachet. Clowney pulls it in. The Nets have gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in the second half. Here's Toure. There's the steal. Kuminga down low. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. Here's Clowney. He's watched by Kuminga. Pass to Claxton. Here's Toure. He's covered by Vincent. Here's Toure. He has 6. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Clowney's got 6 here in the quarter.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done. A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Toure. Shoots a fadeaway. Again, the Nets score.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Now Kispert. Landale with it. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. They set a pick. Outside Rizachet. Over Williams. Not enough on that one as it misses. Well, Brooklyn's shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. Pass to Clowney. Back to Claxton. Here's Clowney. Here's Toure. Give him 8 points now. Launches a 3. Kuminga pulls it in. The Hawks shooting at a 44% clip in the third. Landale. Claxton with the block.
Look at the wingspan of Nick Claxton on display. He sends that thing back.
A minute 22 left in the third. Pass to Vincent. Outside Rizachet. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Rizachet's got 5 now.
Yeah, that's what Rizachet is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Screen by Claxton. To the middle. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Kuminga. And he comes up with a bucket.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Brooklyn making a switch here. Porter Jr.'s checked in. Kuminga, no good on the free throw. And the Nets shooting about 43% in this one. Outside, Williams. Pass to Powell. Outside, Porter. Now here's Claxton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Williams. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
Outside Rizachet. Pass to Vincent from deep. Hits the trifecta.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the Hawks. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Trying to maintain that edge right now. Coach Snyder encouraging his guys.
Solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Zachary Rizachet. Then there's Corey Kispert, then it's Jock Landale, and it's Vincent in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Rizachet, no good.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Porter, the pass to Powell. Back to Porter. Powell surveying the D. Pass to Williams. Fires for 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now here's Landale. Guarded by Sharp. Now here's Vincent. And there's a 3-second violation.
A 3-second violation. Brooklyn ball.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Outside Porter. Sharp passes to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Porter. 3-pointer. Kuminga pulls it in. And so Kuminga will bring it up for the Hawks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Landale with a screen. Back to Kuminga. Pass to Vincent. Nice form on the 20-footer. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Brooklyn's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Williams up top, defended by Kispert. Williams on the wing. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Outside Rizachet. Kispert outside. Launches it. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Yep, count it. Porter's got 10 points in just the second half.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
And here's Vincent. The 11-footer. The rebound by the Nets. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wolf. Pass to Powell. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Williams from long range. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Vincent outside, and he lobs it up top. Porter with the steal. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. And the shot goes. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
And that was a case of great anticipation skills on defense, sparking the transition game.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Here's Vincent. And Atlanta misses again. Brooklyn with the ball. Right now on a 9-0 run. Pass to Powell. Back to Porter. And Vincent comes to help. 6 to shoot. Powell passes to Williams. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Heels checked in for the Hawks. Brooklyn on D. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. There's Vincent from outside the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. Clowney's got 4 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And it really took a while, but they've started to find their form. And this run's making the deficit look a little bit more respectable.
To the paint, to in the cold spell, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Here's Traore. Outside Porter, puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Kuminga. And a 2-handed jam!
And put that on Kuminga's highlight reel. Oh, man.
Brooklyn has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pass to Dimon. Here's Clowney. And here's Porter. Here's Clowney. He's watched by Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Dimon drops in the 3.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
They set the screen. Here's Vincent. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Porter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gay's checked in for Landale. Houston comes in for Risache. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Hield.
An exceptionally skilled player. You hope Michael Porter Jr. stays healthy. I mean, his potential is limitless.
Kispert outside. Out to the wing. Left side Kuminga. Back to Kispert. Pass to Vincent. There's the 3. He drops it from range.
For Kispert, these catch-and-shoot opportunities are so valuable. This is his wheelhouse.
Claxton up top. With some arc. And it's laid up and in by Porter. Porter's got 15 points in just the second half.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Now Vincent. Pass to Gay. Lets the three fly. A rebound by Dimon. Dimon's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Traore. Outside Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Porter's got 22 points.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Vincent outside. Down low. Here's Kuminga. And that one's good.
And not only does Kuminga get the whistle, but he fights to make sure the bucket goes down.
Newell, he's checked in for the Hawks. Wallace comes in for Kispert. Kuminga, no good on the free throw. Wallace outside. Porter against Kuminga. From behind the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Registering 3 threes in the first half, he hasn't hit one since.
And here's Porter outside. Another miss by Porter.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Wallace outside. Pass to Kuminga. Up and over Porter. Kuminga's shot is off.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Here's Traore. Porter from outside. Benson grabs the miss.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Wallace outside. Pass to Newell. Vincent outside. There's a screen. The three. Claxton with a rebound. Vincent's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Claxton passes to Porter. Here's Traore. The three. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Vincent with the ball. Wallace outside. To the wing, right side. Kuminga against Porter. Three-pointer. Nice shot by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Porter. Shoots over Kuminga. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, great ball fake. Can't do much better than Porter Jr. did right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Risache, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kispert comes in for Wallace. Porter hits them both. 1:58 left in the fourth. Kispert outside. Now here's Vincent. Pass to Kuminga. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Kispert. Brooklyn with the board. Right side, Williams. Oh, sweet move. Here's Wolf. Pass to Williams. The three ball. It's rebounded by Risacher. Risacher's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hawks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for C.J. McCollum.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Yes, it's good! It's an 18-point game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Vincent. Here's Gay. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Hawks lead by 20. Powell outside. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson.